Hi children, welcome back to the lesson Fiber to Fabric. In this chapter, we already discussed about how the yarn is prepared from the fiber and how the fiber is weaved or knitted to form the fabric. And we discussed about plant fibers in this session, in this class, and now we are going to learn the history of clothing material, means how the fiber using is begun, right? Now let us see. Actually, in these days we are wearing variety of fabrics to cover our body parts, right? Actually, in ancient day there is no fabric is available. So in ancient times the people used to cover their body with the help of bark of tree. Do you know what is bark of tree? Here, if it is a stem, around the stem the thick black colored layer that is present around the trunk of the tree, it is called as bark. So here, this bark of tree and as well as twigs of the plants and as well as animal skin animal skin and animal fur or animal fleece and fur animal fleece and fur has used to cover themselves, right? So why? Because they don't have any knowledge regarding the fiber or fabric. Just to cover their body to get the protection from hot sun weather and cold weather. To cover their body, they used the bark of trees and animal skin and as well as fleece and fur of the animal skin they utilized to cover their body. Whereas when the people began to practice agriculture, when they started doing agriculture, and they settled at a place nearby the water source. However, by growing crop, they come to know that how to weave a mat, by using leaves and twigs. So they did simply one thing. By combination of the leaves and twigs, they prepared some blankets and mats to cover their body. Then they got an idea. What is that? They have to prepare a kind of fabric to cover their body. So that simply they used vines, vines, vines. What is meant by vines? Here, vines are nothing but the thin stems, very smooth stems of the climbers and creepers. These stems are woven together to form the long thread. By arranging these long strands together, they had prepared the fabrics. Have you understood? The vine is nothing but the thin stem, tendrils we call. These thin stems, they are wound together and they formed the fabric. They formed fabric, right? So after all, ultimately the people, they started growing cotton and flax plants, right? So why do they grow cotton and flax plant? We know that from cotton we'll get cotton fiber and from flax plant we get flax fiber. Now it is time to get the flax fiber and cotton fiber. After getting these fibers, the ancient people, they come to know how to prepare the fabric. How to prepare fabric? They made fabric by using this cotton and flax fiber. And after that, these crops were always grown nearby the water source. Why? Because for the cultivation we require irrigation. So for irrigation purpose, they grown the crops nearby the water source. For example, in case of India, the people, they settled at the water source. The source of water is Godavari river here. Depending on Godavari river, they cultivated cotton crops and jute crops and as well as this flax crop. And so that by using this water they cultivated and they got lots of plant fiber like cotton and as well as flax. And even in international level, for example, the Egypt people, they settled nearby the river called Nile River. You know very well, I think. Nearby the Nile River, the Egyptian, they settled at the Nile River to grow the cotton crop and as well as flax crop. And what happened? By doing so, they got a lot of fiber and they prepared different kinds of fabrics. Here, stitching is unknown in those days. Why? Because they prepare the cloths, that's it, but they don't know how to prepare the shirts, bunions, pants, etc. Right? So simply they wrapped themselves by using these cloths. Right? So different body parts are covered themselves by the cloth. Why? Because they don't know how to stitch the cloths. However, an extraordinary innovation, that is sieving needle. That is sieving needle. Whenever they got the sieving needle, then there is an evolution in fabric world. So they learned how to sieve the or how to stitch the cloths. By using sieving needle, the people started stitching fabric, right, to make different types of cloths. Actually, they wear the cloths, and now by using those cloths, they prepared different kinds of dressing styles, right. In the beginning, the cloths are used to be hand stitched. Okay, by hand only they stitched the cloths, but later nowadays the sieving machines are available, and because of these sieving machines the workload become very less. Within short period we can able to view different kinds of fabrics. Why? Because the machine work, not by the hand. By machine work it become very easy, and later slowly the looms, handloom and power loom, they came into focus, and they had changed the total textile industry, right. So however, after learning how to stitch the cloth, they started stitching shirt, pant and shorts, kurta, paisama and blouse, etc. All these are woven with the help of machine and as well as with the help of hand, right. So these are stitched cloths. What are those? Shirt, pant, shirt, kurta, paisama, blouse, shirt, whatever it may be, they are machine stitched cloths. And even though there is availability of the stitching machine, here in India, our country people, the Indian people, they still use sari, dhoti, lungi and turban, we call towel, right. These are used as unstitched pieces of cloth. Means there is no stitching. For dhoti, is there any stitching? No. For sari, is there any stitching? No. Simply a piece of cloth that is wound around the body. Even now today, like lungi and towel, we are using as a piece of cloth, right. So the blankets and bed sheets, all they are piece of cloth, no need to be stitched, right. Even sari, dhoti, lungi, they are unstitched cloths. Okay, so that we wear different kinds of fabrics. So with this we completed our lesson fiber to fabric, right. So the fiber is a actual thread, and fiber makes the yarn, and a yarn makes the fabric. In this session we learnt about the history of the fabric, how do the fabrics are made by the people, right. So with this we completed the lesson. In next session we'll discuss the total lesson. After that we'll discuss about question and answers. I hope you understood today's class, and we'll meet in the next class. Thank you now.